Once upon a time, there was a small little schoolhouse tucked away in the far east corner of the West Green pastures. This small little schoolhouse was full of many bright little boys and girls, and may I dare add, very well-behaved little boys and girls. Now the question may arise, how did all those little boys and girls get inside of a cartoon-drawn schoolhouse? Well now, that is not the point of my story, so moving on. Now in this little schoolhouse full of very well-behaved children was a little boy named Dexter Stroganoff. Dexter was a very bright and handsome young fellow who prided himself in excelling in the highest formalities of his schoolwork and classwork duties. Now on the other hand, there was also a very bright little girl named Priscilla Anna Marie Perfection Campbell, Prissy for short. Now Prissy was the daughter of a very smart man. Oh, sorry, wrong picture. Ah yes, that one. Well, not only did little Prissy pride herself in her homework and classwork duties, she also prided herself in any other aspect or circumstance of life. Given it were, of course, to reward her with highest praise and applaud. Now, give or take, Prissy always seemed to have the best of everything. If you brought a new pencil to class, one would always find that Prissy had a bigger, brighter, and sharper one of her own, of course. Whatever it was, she had a better one. It was a fact of life almost every student had learned to accept with dignified remorse. Prissy aimed to perfect even the most minor details of any situation. Perfection was her middle name, or at least one of them. Well now, a couple days prior, all the bright little students had taken a very difficult exam and were now about to receive their small footprint in their road to college called grades. Now, Dexter, of course, was on pins and needles. He must get an A, of course. An A+ would be even better. Well now, Dexter didn't exactly fulfill his desired achievement. He was a whole letter grade lower than what he had hoped for. This, of course, was a crushing blow to his spirit. Now, what could Prissy have gotten, he wondered? Prissy was on the other side of the room, eagerly waiting her reward. What? How could this be, he asked himself. He had studied his hardest. How could this unfortunate event happen to him? One minor detail caught his very bright attention. Could it be? Yes, it had to be. This was beyond unfair. This situation must be resolved. But now, the likelihood of that happening... This situation will be resolved. It was simple. Prissy had a much better advantage over him. It was that blasted calculator of hers. And heaven forbid she should excel over him with that much ease. Dexter was determined to redeem himself and ensure a better chance of beating Prissy at her own game. Poor little Prissy wouldn't even know the tragedy that awaited her. It was simple, and may I add an exceptionally brilliant idea.
Excuse me, may I use the restroom?
Now at first everything was going perfectly as planned. No one seemed to notice any disturbances which would prohibit the bright little students from absorbing any valuable information being instructed at that particular moment. Almost there, he told himself, and I shall be redeemed. Almost there. But wait! This wasn't the calculator! Oh dear, oh no, this is absolutely awful. I'm not sure I can watch anymore. Failure has ruthlessly stripped him of his glorified victory. Poor fellow. Well now, that is the conclusion of my story today. And be it as it may, a lesson to all you bright little young students out there that stealing is not a very nice thing to do, and vengeance will only reward you failure served on a silver platter. Have a marvelous day!